Good afternoon, welcome on in for another episode of From Day One. As always, hit the mailbag first to begin. And today in court we have again a crossover across the Soviet, in other words, a sovereign citizen, idiot, in circuit court. Will he win his freedom, or will he win something much more interesting? Let's find out as we march through Dominion.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kim Crawford, Legal Services of South Central Michigan with Ms. Rosie Wade. State your name for the record. Rosie Wade. Good afternoon.
New banner for the people.
What is this one? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Wait a minute. Go ahead when you're ready, Ms. Crawford. Thank you, Your Honor. We're here to ask that the court set aside Ms. Wade's felony conviction from 1983. It's been...
Wait, from 1983? That's a long freaking time ago. Also, I had a member who actually gave me a good ticket. This is on the Kraken's server, however. Oh, look at it. It's a pleased Galasad. I think that's an oxymoron. Alright, now back to court.
More than 30 years since she completed all terms of her sentence, and she is looking to get this expunged. She recently has adopted her great-grandson, who is 11 years old, and she's been his primary caregiver since he was 6 weeks old. She is unable to volunteer at his school, and she is unable to get a job because of her felony conviction. She actually found a job where her great-grandson goes to school, and she was fired. So it's been a long time since her conviction. This is her only conviction, and the only time she's ever been in trouble. And I think it's in the interest of the public welfare that the court would grant her this privilege. Mr. Danner, does your office take that position?
No, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry?
I guess whether the prosecutor's office takes a position. No.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I thought he was being heartless.
All right. Ms. Wade, I'll commend you for taking care of your grandchild and for doing everything that the court required you to do when you following your conviction, and grant your application to set aside your conviction.
Oh, very nice. I'll give you a little bit of applause for that, my dear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Of course, sovereign citizens would consider these guys to be tyrants and not willing to help anybody. Left that in just so we can get to the idiot of the day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
And now we have the idiot of the day.
439, People vs. Angela Weems, 22154 FH.
Blue banner for the people.
Is Mr. Weems present?
Mr. Williams is present.
And was there somebody else present on this matter?
Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Williams is representing himself, so he just needs to be advised of his rights from counsel since this is the starting of a new proceeding, and he is still...
Alright, I'm actually going to cut there because while this isn't Squishy's fault, we've heard this one recently in the last couple days. So let's go... Hold on a second. You do have a newer one? Let's go with that. Can we do that instead, Squishy? Alrighty, so running from the law or not running from the law, you make that determination. Where the question is, where the hell have you been for 10 years?
All right, Mr. Borum? Yes, Mr. Borum.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Borum, the warrant on your case has been set aside. You need to get an updated pre-sentence interview with the probation department because the last one they did was from 2011. That's too long ago for me to sentence you based on this information. Things may have changed. So I want you to meet with the probation officer. They're going to do another report for me, and then we'll do your sentencing. So listen up. The probation officer is going to get on the line and speak with you.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
no.
May I speak?
Oh no.
I came to, I think it was around October, around 2011. No, 2019, my bad. When we had a court date and I had witnesses that you dismissed my case.
Wait, what?
Maybe it was a different case, but I'm looking at the notes from this case.
You want to bring that by us again?
You never appeared for sentencing on this drunk driving case. You were never sentenced.
Yes, I was, Your Honor. In 2019, I was. You asked me where was I for 10 years? Because I that's how long the case been. You asked me where was I, and
Yeah, but you originally charged, let me go through my history. This is a 2010 case. The offense happened October 27, 2010. Now, I wasn't here. So they had an exam.
Okay, let's picture this. The actual charge happened in 2010. He's claiming that he saw a judge on it that dismissed it in 2019, 9 years later. And yet we're here now in 2022, 12 years later, still having to try to sentence the guy. Oh, goody gumdrops.
Case was closed. And then was remanded back to the 22nd District Court. Again, I was not here in 2011.
I'm talking about 2019.
Trying to get to that. Hold on.
When you have a case that starts in 2010, it's going to take a little while to get from 2010 to 2019, sir. Calm your jets. Chill out a moment. Don't act like you have diarrhea coming out of your asshole and, well, other parts of your body. Sorry if anybody was eating lunch when I said that. And let the judge get to it.
I'm looking at the notes then, 2019. And we scheduled you for sentencing on October 23rd, 2019.
Okay, so far so good.
Posted $150 bond because there was a bench warrant.
Wait, all it took is $150 to bond for a bench warrant? Man, those were easier times in 2019, I guess.
And on October 23rd, 2019, the cash bond set. Here. And then we revoked.
Don't.
Hold on,
This,
I don't think you had something else. Because I'm looking through a file. I see where you requested today.
the trial did heal in 2011. It was dismissed.
Yeah, you had an assault and battery case that was dismissed back in 2011. Remember that?
Yes.
That's the only two cases that you have. So
That's what I'm.
stated, you pled guilty and then you were never sentenced.
Excuse me, Your Honor. When you're talking about the day that I paid the 150 for a warrant, I paid for a warrant so I can go to court. They told me I had to pay 150 just so I can turn myself in. So I paid 150 and then I went to court. Why would I pay 150 and then miss another day of court?
Many people do that.
Every day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because
I didn't.
we had a higher cash fund, so you posted. That was back on September 12th, 2019.
Yeah, it wasn't a bond though. I was already out of jail. I paid that money so I can go to court and get my license.
You don't pay money to go to court.
But you were never sentenced on this drunk driving. You didn't appear for sentencing on the drunk driving.
So basically after I paid the 150, there's nothing in your case that it shows that I went to court. Like I came to court, none of that. It should be on the record.
If you actually did it, yes, it should be on record.
On November 18th, 2019. You don't have a open bench warrant. I've just been trying to get you sentenced. But you were never sentenced on the drunk driving.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And recently, in 2019, I paid the 150 so I can get that stuff situated. So that
You don't pay money to get a court appearance. Really.
was when I paid that. When I paid that, y'all gave me a court date, and I went to that court date. It's not even showing. Like y'all don't have it.
Fine that you went to that court date. Because
And it was with you. It should be on the record.
So yeah, so you pled. Found guilty, pled.
Interesting. And see, Squishy usually doesn't like to have his voice, but he does send me messages during some of these videos. And his message right now, it's interesting because he certainly has a consistent story, and despite his clear frustration that it's not matched by the court's records, he has remained respectful to the court.
Found guilty. In 2011, Judge Washington heard your case in 2011. You found guilty of an added offense. And then he ordered you to meet with the probation department and schedule a sentencing. And you never showed up. And then you showed up in 2019. You posted a bond. And we gave you a date for return.
Right, and then we had a court date.
Okay. Then we had a court date, but I didn't dismiss anything.
It don't even show in my paperwork that we had that court date. And it was a dismissal because the lawyer told me like they're gonna send you your 150 in the mail. They're gonna give you your money back that you gave them. I know this exact words, and I wish. I know I got witnesses. Like, is there any other thing I can do to get this settled? Because this is not right.
Okay.
I know for sure.
I'll review the record from 2019.
Please.
It's going to speed up through some dead time. She's getting those records.
No, sir. I just want to make sure I understand you. So you came and posted the $150 bond back on September 12th, 2000.
I don't.
Right? You remember coming to court and posting the bond?
Yes, I remember coming to the court and I gave y'all the money.
Okay.
And I was and I was able to go to court after that.
Very good. Okay, so yes, I agree with you. That's what happened. but I didn't dismiss it. You're saying that I dismissed it when you came.
Yes. I have witnesses that can agree with me. And I remember clear as day my lawyer saying that when I was going to go to the lady and he was like, no, don't go down there. He said, just go home. They'll send you the 150 in the mail within a month. And it never came. And I never thought about nothing about it until I got another case and they said you got a warrant for Inkster. I'm like, how? I just got over that case.
All right, Mr. Moore, hold on just 1 second. I'm going to pull up the other 2011 case. I just want to make sure you're not confusing the two.
No, I got my paperwork right here. I got both of the cases.
Okay, so I want to make sure, I want to look and just get those dates straight. So we're talking about the same thing. Just hold on. Give me just like 5 minutes.
All right, speeding ahead.
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Form, I looked through my entire file, and on this 2010 case, my notes, I'm going to need some time to pull the actual court recording. But my notes indicate that you posted a bond. They gave you a court date to return on October 23rd, 2019, and I signed a bench warrant because you failed to appear on that date. And then you came in January and you were given today's date for sentencing. I don't have any writing or order because the court speaks through its orders. I have no dismissal order for you on this case. None. So I don't, this is based upon my review of the file, the matter was not dismissed. You failed to appear, and then you were given today's date.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way that we can get the camera footage from the court? From the courts, because
that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't just pop up. I've got to go look at the whole document from the 23rd, October 23rd, 2019. I got to go through the whole document to see if you appeared, if I, for some reason dismissed it and didn't write it down, but that doesn't make any sense because you were never sentenced on this drunk driving case. So the next thing that should have happened is that you were sentenced. I wouldn't dismiss a case where somebody pled guilty but didn't show up for sentencing.
Yes,
so
I'm.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it, but it's going to take me just a moment to do. Because all of our notes, all of our records, everything indicate that you failed to appear on October 23rd, 2019. But you say you were here.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying that you were here and I just dismissed this case.
Yes, I have witnesses. I was there with 3 other individuals that came with me.
Okay. In the meantime, do you remember who your attorney was?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Was your attorney here on the 23rd with you?
No, it was a corner pointer. He was already here. And when the case was going on, he was really in the back for real.
Okay, but you got on the record without him.
Yes.
And you walked up and I just said, case dismissed.
No, you asked me, the first thing you said was, where was I 10 years? Like, what have I been doing for 10 years? And I made my statement, and you was basically like, it's been 10 years, so you dismissed.
I have never done that in 8 years. I wouldn't do that. I don't have the ability to just dismiss a case without a motion from the prosecution. Don't do that. I've never done that. And I have never dismissed a case and not written it down or signed an order. So I don't know if you're mistaken, but I'll review the record from that date. So I'm going to just adjourn today's date because I need some time to review that record.
Yes, you do, Your Honor.
I'll adjourn today's date to March. Anytime March. No, let's do the 23rd of February. At 11. You have the date?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm working on it. Thank you, Mr. Gordon.
Thank you.
Mr. Gordon, thanks for checking back in.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I did a little bit more research. You, sir, are correct. I
Whoa.
will be sending you an order of dismissal. I will also be sending a request to return the bond that was posted, just like you said.
Yes.
And is there anything else you need from me? Are you still? I just wanted to confirm your address because I'm going to mail all this to you. Are you still?
Muting his address. We don't need to give that out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's on the way, Mr. Gordon.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Have a great day.
And then one more thing, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So everything will be cleared.
Yeah. It's clear right now.
Thank you.
But I'm going to send you an order of dismissal, return bond. Okay? Anything else I can do for you while I got you on the line?
No, ma'am. Thank you. You did a lot for me.
You're very
Yes,
welcome.
she did, and it is awesome when the court actually gets things right.
Thank you. Have a blessing.
You too. Thank you.
See, courts are fallible, but also things can be done real nicely to make sure everything gets taken care of. If you don't go ahead and be a prick when you're in court, like this guy. He was solid, firm, but he knew what he had done and what hadn't been done and what needed to be taken care of. So he stuck to his guns, got that taken care of, and lo and behold, poof, it's taken care of. Now let's quickly do a little Judge Judy before we get out of here for this episode. Judge Judy just telling somebody, what did you think he was? Dominoes?
You and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it
Not
isn't.
your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's
Yes,
not
I got you. Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
my
listen to
legal-
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with her husband who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Yeah. God bless Judge Judy, and even though she no longer does cases still, she could get right to the point. Alright.
Stuart, am I correct? You drive an Uber.
Yes.
An Uber driver for a living. And there's an automobile accident that's the subject of this case. Each of you claim that the other is responsible for the automobile accident.
Yes.
On what date did it happen?
On March the 21st, 2016.
What time?
7:30 a.m.
And where were you going?
I was on my way to pick up an Uber fare.
And where were you going, Mr. Gonzalez?
I was taking my kids to school.
Did you have insurance?
No, I did not.
So that's why we're here.
Yes.
You were pulling out of your driveway,
Yes.
and you were making a left-hand turn,
I was onto Eagle.
and you had the light.
Yes.
So far, are we correct?
There's no light right there.
Is there a stop sign?
Light stop signs, as you can see, but there's no lights or anything.
Okay. And?
And I made the left-hand turn. I had proceeded about 2 car lengths onto Eagle, and as I had passed the second car on my right, Mr. Gonzalez hit me.
Past.
There's 2 parked cars on the
Show
right
me
side.
where.
Sure.
So as I
Show me
turned,
where the two parked cars were.
see where the bushes are right there?
Yes.
There were two cars right there against the curb.
So there were two parked cars there,
Yes.
which partially obstructed the view of you coming out of the driveway.
There was only one parked car, a white Toyota.
Okay, so there was one parked car
Yes.
there that you saw
Yes.
as you were pulling out.
Yes.
Judge Judy, if there were two cars parked there, I would have been able to park. And instead of being in the middle of the street, I had to pull alongside the other parked car so that I wouldn't be obstructing traffic coming
You
that
mean
way.
after the accident?
After the accident.
Can I see the damage to your car?
Yes.
Let's see, how bad is this? Ooh!
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
after this accident, sir, the two of you stopped. And there's no question in my mind that Miss Stewart said to you, let's exchange information. What did you say to her?
I gave her my cell phone number.
No, that's not the information. She needed your driver's license, the registration, and your
I
insurance.
told her I didn't have any of that because I had just purchased the car the night before that. And so I was on my way to
So
do that.
just a second. So you told her you had no registration,
Yes.
you had no insurance,
Yes.
and you were driving your car.
Yes. I had just
Just a
purchased.
second. I don't care whether you just purchased it. You weren't taking it to the Department of Motor Vehicles. You were driving your daughter to school.
Well,
You were
I was-
using the vehicle, so you had no insurance. And that's what you said to her. I just read some of the text messages.
Okay.
Did she say she was going to call the police, let the police come and
Yes,
deal
she
with
did.
it? And what did you say to her?
I told her that I did not have any insurance.
That's right. What else did you say to her, Mr. Gonzalez, to inspire her not to call the police?
I don't remember everything that was said to her.
Well, did you say something like, we can handle this between the two of us, I don't have insurance, and I'll pay for your damage?
Yes, I did.
Not only did he say that, he said that he was expecting some money from school in the amount of like $9,400 and that he promised to pay for my damage. And, you know, I went against my better judgment because
It doesn't make any difference. He didn't have insurance. What's the purpose of
nor driver's license.
No, he had no driver's
No driver's
I
license.
mean, at the time.
You
But
didn't
I-
show me
Just
that.
just a
You
second.
didn't ask to see
Just
me.
a second.
You didn't ask to see.
Just a second. Do you have a driver's license now?
No, I don't. I don't even.
Can
I
I
don't,
see?
even,
Can I see an estimate?
I don't even have a car no more.
Just a second. What? That's a good thing.
Yeah, you lost. You lost. And with that, we will come to a close. We do have some good friends that got Radical and a few others who lined up for us for the substance and frauditors in the evening. And of course, Art Bell is back with the next segment, the final segment actually, with Jason Martell with the Lost Cycle of Time. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe, be kind to one another, and release the Krakens as we march along here from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.